Hi Colt, it's Shiloh Colt here again with another Author Speaks. So I've had a crazy past couple of weeks. I did 2 book conventions back to back. You guys always want me to talk a little bit about author things, so let's talk about book conventions. Let's talk about what book conventions are like. Fun, scary, exciting, and exhausting. It's our chance to get out from behind the computer and get to meet you one-on-one and socialize also, because this career is so behind the computer. So let's see, if I was speaking with you, what do you guys ask me about a lot as up-and-coming authors? Swag. Swag is something. I think if you can do it yourself, do it yourself. It's all about being creative. It's all about getting out of the box. Is what I try to do. For me personally, if I'm doing swag, I try to give you guys something you're going to use, not something that you're going to just pitch. So for me, you'll see a lot of chapstick, you'll see hand sanitizer, and I do a lot of that myself. Do-it-yourself beauty products, I love doing that stuff. I make soaps. Go to Hobby Lobby and explore the different things that they have and think about what you'd like to get. You might find actually that you really like doing it. The soaps have actually become gifts. I have friends and family who request them. So even when I'm not making them for swag, I'm still making them, and it's a fun little project you can do. If you have little kids, they'll love doing that also. And you can customize it. I mean, obviously for swag, you want a certain look for kids. Let them go crazy. Make it rainbow soap. You know, they'll get a real kick out of that. So that's my bit about swag. Also, I like it when it matches the book in some way. So when I'm doing giveaways and things for my books, I try to think really hard on that. Etsy's a great place to find specialized things, especially if you do jewelry. I do make a lot of jewelry also, and I try to match the theme of the books for you guys when I'm doing your jewelry. That's a big one. But really it's just about exploring and even using things that you're already interested in or skills that you already have. Like if you can sew, there's so many things that you could make. I know I personally love little bags, like the little makeup bags, which aren't hard to make at all, or the e-reader carriers, which are awesome. And then I'll talk a little bit about my trip. So I was lucky enough to go to the Author and Reader Con in New Orleans, which was amazing. I felt so inspired by that city. I saw so many different things. We actually ended up going on a tour, and the best thing about this tour, which was the Voodoo Bone Lady tour, I highly recommend it if you're going to be there. It was a mix of lore and historical, so you got to see both sides, and the woman was amazing. I actually ended up talking to her and getting permission to put her in one of my upcoming books. She was that rad. So you'll be seeing a little bit about that in one of my books coming up. You'll be seeing me get a little bit more back into the paranormal because I really missed it. And I kind of started out as that. The thing that I really loved the most when I was coming up was the young adult, the YA paranormals. You remember when it was R.L. Stine and L.J. Smith? I mean, for those of you who are younger and don't know, she was out way, way long before the Vampire Diaries came out now. Her books came out, and I think I was maybe like 12 or 13, and it was when paranormal romance was sort of this new thing that people weren't really sure to think about, and then it sort of took off. So I'd like to get a bit back to my roots with that. My next release is actually a sample. I'm doing this really awesome thing with my fellow author, Laquite, and we're doing a duology. It's the 2 of us, and you will get the first 4 chapters of our books. So we'll read like a short story. And mine is For the Love of Dixie, which is the next in the Kings of Chaos series. So this will be the short story, and then in October you'll get the full length. So don't worry. It will end and you'll think, what happens afterward? Well, in October I'll tell you what happens. I'm going to do a little reading from that. It's from chapter 1. I press my foot on the gas and open up the engine of my Chevy Camaro. Black Betty growls. I weave through the cars on the highway, hell-bent on reaching my hometown. Thoughts of my father swim in my head. Is he still alive? Will he survive this? The years spent pulling all-nighters, partying hard, and taking on too much stress have finally gotten to him. They wheeled him into Mount St. Joseph Hospital 2 hours ago. I made the drive from Santa Monica in under an hour. breaking laws and driving with the aggressive skills honed on the busy highways of California. The familiar landscape is nothing more than a blur. I'm going too fast and my ability to focus is shot. All that matters is reaching San Mateo. I know how their hospital is going to play it. They'll bust the club's balls and tell them they can only let in and release information to the next of kin emergency contact. Despite the AC blowing from the vents, a fine sheen of sweat coats my body. My father is everything to me. Mother, father, sister, brother, and extended family. I never knew my mother, and unlike my many single fathers in our lifestyle, he never pawned me off on someone else. His philosophy is, we're in it together. That means it was him and me against the world. And then I left. Guilt shreds me from the inside like poison-tipped claws, releasing toxins into bloodstream. I hit the brake and skid into the parking lot, steering the car precariously into an open spot. I fumble with the seatbelt with clumsy fingers and shaky hands. I manage to remove the strap, stumble from the car, and take a shaky breath. This wild-eyed panic persona won't win me any points with the Kings or help him. Knock it the fuck off, Dunn. Time to woman up. My heels clack against the blacktop as I walk through the rows of cars. I spot a line of parked motorcycles up front. My stomach drops, and I feel as if I've started the descent down a large hill. I run out of steam a few feet from Harley's, faltering at the thought of facing their knowing eyes in censure. Everyone has an opinion about me and the way I handle things. I'm used to the malicious stares peppered in. It's the silent accusations that kill me. At least I have the grands. Grandpa and Grandma Dunn had accepted me and loved me with the single-minded, all-consuming love that only grandpas or grandparents are capable of. And that's just a little bit from that first chapter. For the Love of Dixie is pretty deep. It goes into some issues that were pretty dear to me, and it really looks at racism and what the face of it looks like, and what someone coming from a family who realizes that they're wrong in their way of thinking goes through. So this one's been a difficult one to write, but I think worth it in the end. And I know a lot of you were really looking forward to Dixie and Echo's story, and I don't want to let you down. So I'm doing everything I can to make this one the best Kings of Chaos yet. And the best thing about this duology is you'll get a chance to sample another book, another author who is rad and amazing, and you'll get a little taste of this also to tide you over until I do release the full book. So that's a little bit about conventions, my experience in New Orleans, and a little bit about my thoughts on swag, because you guys asked that one a lot. And you also asked, do I make those things? So yeah, I do. I will take a day and you'll see like and smell soap happening all day here. And then I usually will also do my hand sanitizers at the same time. And I have jewelry making days. If there's something you really like, let me know. I really do love the feedback. And I'll try to make it again. Or sometimes, you know, you can purchase them from me. I know that's another big question when I make swag things. Is this for sale? Usually it will be if I have leftover product. So thank you again for joining me. I hope this has been informative, and I hope you enjoyed the little reading from For the Love of Dixie, and I will see you guys next time.